If you have endometriosis or you're struggling with hellaciously painful periods, you're definitely going to want to hear my story. Hi, I am Stephanie Elaine. I am an endo sister and a health coach, and I work with women and I holistically help them reclaim their quality of life. But like many of you struggling with endometriosis, my journey to pain freedom was not always so smooth. For over 2 decades, I struggled with painful periods, painful urination, painful bowel movements, painful sex, painful digestion, painful ovulation. You name it, I probably felt it or I dealt with it. And before I almost died at the age of 32, I cannot count the number of doctors that I saw, the pointless pills that I had to take, the painful procedures that I went through, the number of appointments that I went to that did absolutely nothing. I tried every fad diet out there. I exercised religiously. Nothing worked. And after my 4th and final life-saving surgery, I was like, I'm done. I'm so frustrated. I'm isolated. Like literally, I felt like so alone. And I remember it was yesterday, like a couple weeks after surgery, I had to move from Florida to Michigan, and I had to find a doctor there again. Not to mention the countless doctors that I had in Florida that were so difficult. It was like such a drag to go to the doctor's office because nobody ever listened to me. So I went to this doctor, explained my story, and just prayed to God that he would hear me and not think that I was just yet again like another drug seeker. And I was literally in so much pain. I just had life-saving surgery. Mind you, I had like 18 to 28 removal sites of endometriosis. So it was on my bladder, it was on my rectum, my peritoneum, it ate that. When I woke up, my Dr. Sechkin said that first he said, you were in a lot of pain. And second, he said, you didn't have a hernia, you had a gaping hole where your peritoneum should have been. So that was a very big moment of a lot of validation for a very, very long time of people telling me that I was crazy. But anyway, I was in Michigan. I told this doctor and just prayed that he was going to pay attention to me and hear my heart and the actual pain I truly was in. But yet again, I was just treated like another drug seeker, and they didn't listen to me and just wrote me a script for something like Ultram or something that doesn't do anything for endometriosis pain. It has like zero effects, if anything, like 20 minutes of freedom. That's what I got from any pain post. But I just left there, and I was like in a parking lot at a gas station in a state where I didn't know anybody. I had just met my in-laws for the first time, and their family, staying with family. I'm a very independent person, so that was hard in itself. So I was just so defeated. And this defeat like quickly turned into a determination to find answers and to take my health into my own hands. And what I realized was traditional medicine, it doesn't address focusing on the root cause of endometriosis. It just basically gives us a mask, and the pain or the disease thrives, especially birth control. It does absolutely nothing for endometriosis. I was given an IUD, and that was literally 90 days of pure hell when they inserted that. It was just awful. So this determination, or this defeat, quickly turned into determination to figure it out. And I remember telling my sister weeks after excision, if I can do anything to help myself, I know I can help other people. And she's like, Stephanie, you just almost died. I watched you almost die, and then you had to move. Can you please just save yourself? But I was like, Kim, I have to help women. There's no reason that women should dread their period every month. There's no reason why women should have to go through literally heart attack pain. Mine was 72 hours long. The first 3 days of my period, I was writhing around in my bed, and nothing would help my pain. And I would literally have to stare at the light until I passed out. That was the only way that I could get the pain to stop, and for me to be able to just finally sleep was just staring at light. That's the only thing that worked for me. So after I did this, like, I became a certified health coach with Prime Nutrition, and I didn't just go to school there. I just kept learning and researching, and not only just books, but spirituality and what happens in the mind whenever we do focus on what we're supposed to focus on in our spiritual life, and how much we pay attention to the fact that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And it's now my mission to like help women know that they are designed to regenerate. And it was not about just regenerate their body, but their life. Because I don't know about you, but I feel like the first 32 years of my life was just existing to work and to go to the doctor to figure out what was wrong with me. Like, I always knew there was more for me, but because of endometriosis, it always held me back. It always made me doubt myself. It always made me not believe in myself because nobody believed in me, or nobody believed the pain I was in. So I literally know how the pain of endometriosis can impact day-to-day life, like firsthand. I know how women avoid eating, or because it literally feels like you're gonna die when you go to the bathroom. Like, endo is on my rectum too, so I know what it's like to feel so isolated and alone, and the guilt we have to go through because we have to call in to work, or we have to cancel plans on friends. And honestly, sometimes I feel like we just want to be left alone because nobody can understand us. So that is why I want to share my story and just let people know that there is hope and there are solutions. Like, I still remember the day that I was in my bed researching endometriosis, and I'm like, this is it. This is my life. This is all I'm going to do. And there's no cure. And that's not true. If you believe that's true, you will stay sick and you will not change your life. But if you're like, no, I know there's more for me, I have to do the work. And I'm telling you, it's a lot of work to take care of your own body and to take care of your own mind, but it's worth it and it can be done. So I would love to hear from you. I love to hear your story, your journey. What's your hardest thing that you're struggling with the most right now with endometriosis? Leave it in the comments below. And if you want to reach out to me, just messenger me or just hit link, and I'll send you a link and we can start connecting in email. I look forward to serving you guys in this community. It's so nice to meet all of you, and I will see you on the inside. Bye.